America! You've got me on my own today. So I'm looking for people to share the show with. Oh, bad hair day. Last night was Johnny's 50th birthday. I think Harrison's going to join us in a bit and we'll put up some photos. We bought him this huge teddy bear, like massive, and that was pretty funny. The old Johnny on the dance floor. We bought a bottle of vodka. We had, can't even remember what we had for breakfast or dinner or whatever. Keith Escort is here. Good morning, sir. You know we're going to talk finance at some point, and but we are all a little bit messy from a very big night out. And then tonight, Peter Thomas is here, my friend. Jorge is here. Let me know if Adriana is here, and I'll make sure I behave myself. John Nielsen is here. So it was Johnny's 50th. That's my little story. He had a bit of a wild time. He was on the dance floor. We bought him this huge teddy, which is bigger than a human. Bigger than the average Chinese. Well, bigger than Joe Skinder even. Hey, Joe. How are you, man? Jason Lehman is here. John Nielsen is here. Well, the boss is the only one that's up. Everybody else is still in bed, 9 o'clock in the morning, because I don't know what time we got home, maybe 2:30, something like that. Ah, yes, a little darling. Oh, I know, but just always let me know, Jorge, and I will make sure that I behave myself. Yeah, we had a good time. Tonight we have the company dinner, so we're going to this place called Ding Ding's, which sell crawfish. I may come to you live from there because I think it's just a little piece of interesting sort of day-to-day in China. Let me show you the view while I've got you on my own. I'll double tap this and you will see. I don't know if you've seen my view, George. This is my apartment view. These are all the barges, right? They've come up with their sand. You can see that. That's got yellow sand, that's got black sand. And they come rolling up the river. Yep. And then they come rolling down the river with mud. Yeah, like that. It's actually another beautiful day. We've had a week of being able to see the mountains in the background. My goodness. It's a beautiful view at night as well. So, I'm the only one. Johnny lives in this building. Harrison lives in this building. I live in this building. That's what it should be right now. And I'm the only one with balconies. Yeah. Chinese don't like balconies. They don't get it. Hi, oh, Tom Klunder. My friend, my new friend. Good on you. Good on you for joining in. You're a superstar. Man's man. That's what I like. I like men that are men. Yeah, and Tom Klunder is one of them. Right? I had a little chat to him about something which was private, and just talk face to face over Messenger, and we're able to sort of find some little, you know. I think it's pretty exciting. All right, so. Yeah, like this beautiful view, right? Here we go. Tom Klinder. Angelo Ponce is here, my buddy. Have you still got that Unger pole, Angelo? I know somebody sold you it, and then we sent you the mini, and I was going to take it back. Whichever one you choose to keep, and whichever one you chose to not keep. And then, chose to keep the mini, and then I didn't know what to do with the Unger pole. Dang. That must be a couple of years ago now, right? So, here we go. Prayton Robinson, you're new to me. I don't know you yet. But anyway, I think, you know, what we're going to do is talk today. I promised yesterday that we would talk about finance a little bit more, because I really think that the use of other people's money is really important in business. So if you've got a story to tell, Alan Carr is here. Hey, Alan. If you've got a story to tell, how you use somebody else's money, and you want to share it with us, either by a little bit by text, or you want to come on live with us. Basically, to come live in a Facebook feed, you have to have gone to your camera settings and allowed Facebook in the privacy area for camera and microphone, and then it'll allow you to come live, and then you can have a chat with me in real time with a split screen. It's pretty cool. So if you've got a story to tell, oh great. Yeah, and make sure she's watching our videos. So Rick is saying that his wife, Rick's got a very funny story actually. He bought a Richard Mini from us. That was cool, some DI tanks. Then his wife saw what he was doing. She wanted to have a mini pole. So we actually made a little custom pole. It was a pole that we sell for photography. And we sometimes sell for rope work guys. It's like three foot sections. And so she had this little pole to be able to do storefronts and groundwork and all that, and then, you know, she got into him saying, why haven't I got a Mini? So old Rick had to dig deep into the family pockets and get his missus a Mini. So she's out there working on it today. Remember, Rick always pulled the Mini apart, right? Work with the lightest part of the Mini possible. Pulls apart at 4 feet and 14 feet. Right, so Dean Miller is here. I've got no view for you today, Dean, but I'm sure that when we get you to China, you will get your eyes full of for your yellow fever, right? Starbucks is just straight downstairs in this building, so we go down there in the morning, grab a Starbucks, bring it up, and away we go. Hey, so the using of other people's money, buying tools, is really sensible. However, there's ways to not overspend on it. So that's what I want to make sure that we share from our experience. And sometimes we lend people money directly if we feel that they've got some sort of credit rating or some sort of business which you can see that the business actually exists. But so some of you old dogs already know all the rules. So it'd be nice if you've got any stories about some of the things the mistakes that you made. The biggest thing for me when I talk about finance is that I learned that that debt with repayments is the thing to avoid the most, unless you're certain about, you know, the investment. So let's say we've got some product, like let's say we're selling, you know, 1 million of these a year, and then we get the chance to borrow money to buy the machine that can make those, so we don't have to buy them from somebody else. This is the keeper, by the way, the brush mount, right? Then you could invest in that machine and know that you've got that 1 million units a year, unless the world changes and nobody wants to use these anymore, that kind of thing. However, anything to do with fit out, you know, motor vehicles, anything like that, like, you know, if you can avoid using other people's money so that you don't burden the business in the future, that if you have a downturn, that you've got all these repayments coming to get you. So that's what I went through that as a young guy. So when we built Reach It, I've always built Reach It, you know, with the profit that we've got, and we've gone out and, you know, chased sales to get the profit we need to do the things that we need to do, rather than loading, you know, bringing cash in and then loading the business up with future debt. So I'm interested in your opinion on that. I do believe for you know, pressure washers, window cleaners, that work trucks are a valuable investment. I think that the tools are a more valuable investment. So my inclination is to get the most popular or most reliable 5-year-old vehicle or 10-year-old vehicle in your area, and put a wrap on it to make it look amazing, you know, for a couple of grand, rather than spending $40,000 or $45,000 and then having this overhead sitting on that route. Now that's on one side. On the other side, if you've already got 4 trucks and you know that you've got the work for the 5th, then the math is quite different. Installed my keepers. These are great, right? This is a keeper. Like, if you haven't got a keeper, you just go to store.futureofcleaning.com and you look for coupon code, I think it's July 4, the number 4, July 4 free keeper. And that's your coupon code, and you get a free Reach It keeper. And this, oops, it was upside down. This is where you can store any brush. It doesn't have to be a Reach It brush. You might need an adapter or whatever. Oops, I keep doing this up. So tell me your story where you made an error with finance, and let's bring you into the show. I'm looking also to see if Jason Hatch was going to come on live yesterday, but we had a short show because Ron Musgraves has his show on Thursdays, right? So that's a keeper. And then what the idea is, a place for everything in its place. We've got 3 holes, high and low. You put a bit of board into your vehicle, and then you screw it onto the wall, and then all of your brushes are going to be kept beautifully. This is a bronze brush, by the way, also available at store.futureofcleaning.com. Oh, Jason's here. Look at that. So there are guys now with bronze brush in the field. We are getting good feedback. And we've also got Chris Dauber has been out. You know that little sill brush I showed you with the radial bristles on the outside? If you go to my wall, well, you're on my wall, right? So if you go to my wall later, you'll see a video from Chris Dauber. They call him Wagger is his nickname. He's got his own channel. He's probably one of the most famous DIY window cleaning personalities. And he test ran that brush yesterday and said it, and sent me a personal message as well, that said it's the best brush he's ever used. And we made that for the UK market for that simple route work. They go around every 4 weeks. It's quite different in the UK for the way they do residential. Commercial work's the same, but the way they do residential is quite different. They go around and they get like £3 or £5. That's their currency per house. The houses are all joined together with common walls, so you can go down the street and the houses are really close together. And because they've got common walls, there's only houses on either side, right? Except for the end houses, and maybe what they call a conservatory, like a glass room going into their small backyard. So they charge extra for the conservatory, and then they